Hello and welcome to my corner of the world. Today I'm going to share with you how I made this wreath. This one I've got little tiny little pea lights on, but it's got poinsettias and all sorts of silver embellishments, and the poinsettias which are made with the poinsettia punch from Stampin' Up's holiday catalogue. So this one showcases all the silver products that Stampin' Up make. I'm going to make another one now out of gold, and this one I'm just going to leave without the lights. So this is about a 9-inch wreath from a local box store. And I'm going to build up the poinsettias, and I'll put the recipe on my blog for how many poinsettias, etc. But I just want to show you how I made all the flowers. So the punch comes with like a large, a medium, and then a small leaf, and then this little bit here does the center of the flowers. And this is a fantastic way of using all your scraps up. Now you can do this one of two ways. You can stamp the veins on the petal first, or you can punch and then stamp. And I prefer to do the punching then the stamping. I find I get a lot more petals out of a piece of cardstock. So I just punched, and then I've got, for the gold wreath, I'm using Very Vanilla with Sahara Sand, and all I'm going to do is lightly ink and then just line up like that, and that gives me my lovely veins. And so I do that on all of my petals. Now I'm making one of the small flowers, so we've got a large, a medium, small, and a mini. So this is the small flower, and this is the double. I've already punched and stamped, and I'm just going to put a little fold in both of them like that. And then I am going to get my gold glitter and my two-way glue pen. And I'm just going to use the tip to just wipe down the side of my petal. And I'm using the pointy end as the outside. And you want to just make sure that you don't get adhesive on this bit, then you won't get glitter and you'll find it a lot easier to assemble. So just, oh well, that didn't work. There we go, needed to pump up there. So there, that's better. So there's my adhesive. Try again there, and then the glitter goes on like that. Just give it a bit of a tap, and then on this one, that's better. I need a bit more adhesive on that, and just gently run it round the edge. Again, keep it away from the middle part. And then I think this time I think this is going to be, yeah, this has got a lot more adhesive on it, so it's going to pick up a lot more of the glitter. And you'll need to work in a container so that you don't have to, I find it better than working on a piece of paper. There we go. So those are done, and then we're done with the glitter and the two-way glue pen. So for the small flower, I've got 4 large leaves and 2 doubles, and then I've got some gold leaves to make the outside petals. So then back with your scraps of cardstock, you're going to need to punch a circle, and it really doesn't matter what size that circle is, but this happens to be a 3/4 inch circle. And then we're going to use the multi-purpose clear glue, and I'm working on a silicone matte, because then if it oozes over the edge, I'm not going to get it on my work surface. And all I'm going to do is position the larger of my leaves, which is, in this case, it's the middle, and I'm just going to place them north, south, there we go, and then in east and west, like that. And you'll want to let that to dry for a few moments. And then for the little leaves, just a dot in the middle, and then just cross them over like that. And I've got a little bit of extra adhesive kind of squeezing out there, but you can always bring that off with your piercing tool. Okay, so I'm going to set those aside for a few minutes just to set up. So I've used this as an opportunity to showcase all of the lovely gold products that's in the Stampin' Up! Catalogues. So we've got the sequins, the gold sequins, the gold satin ribbon, then we've got the gold 1/8, and then this is, I think this is a 3/8, and then the gold cording as well. And all I did was make up some bows. So I've got my big bow to go to the top, and then this will dangle down, and then I've got a couple of these to go on the main part of the wreath in between the flowers, and then a couple of bows in the 1/8 gold. Also using the gold foil paper and then the gold glimmer paper, and just like I said, it's a wonderful way of finishing up your scraps. You can see I've used this on something else. I've punched out piece for a card, but I've got lots of bits left over that I can make use of. So hopefully those are nearly set up, and I'm just going to take my piece of sequins and a glue dot and attach the glue dot to the back there. Well, I will do if it would stick. There it goes. And then I'm just going to stick that to the back of my ribbon bow there. That's my piece at the top. And while I'm here, I'm going to take one of these frosted rhinestones and pop it in the middle there, just to give us an extra level of lusciousness. Alright, there we go. And then with my wreath, I'm going to use hot glue. It's the only time I'm using hot glue is to actually attach my pieces. So I'm just going to squidge some stuff there and pop it there, so that I know that that's my top, like that. And then with my largest one, I'm going to pop towards the bottom. Oops, something fell. Like that. As I say, this one hasn't got lights on it, but with the silver one, what I did was I worked all the bulbs from the back and then just worked them through the twigs, so that I couldn't see the wires, but I would see the lights. So that one's, I think, pretty much held in there. So then I'm just going to take some of my cording, and I'm just going to thread through the twigs. I'm going to leave and just tie some bits in, just a little knot, and then when I come to arrange my flowers, I'll be able to work those flowers, those bits of cording around my flowers, and have it poking out. Now, I'm not a flower arranger, never could, but these work. I seem to be able to work with paper flowers without too much difficulty. Okay, I might come back and put a bit more of that on in a minute. I've then got one of the medium flowers, and I'm just going to attach that there. I'm just going to work out I want to make sure I don't have too many leaves in the same place, and I don't want them too close together. I think that's probably it. And then this is my mini, and it's just two of the two pieces stuck together, and then add it in there like that. Okay, just need to hold it for a second. I'm just going to work in one of my little gold ones either side here. And then I think I'll put one of these, and then I can now go back to the one that I made, the flower I'm in the process of making, and get that finished. I think that'll be dried by now. And then with your glue gun, you're going to get whiskers. If you keep on pulling while it's hot, you're just going to get more whiskers. Just wait until it's dry, and then you'll find that they'll snap off. Or you could use your heat tool, and you'll find that they just shrivel up out of your way. Okay, so I'm thinking that we're probably in a good place now. So with my Tombow glue, I'm going to attach my next layer, so like that, and then I'm going to place it on so that it covers the kind of goes crissy-crossy on there. And then also in your punch, you've got the middle for the poinsettias, and I think this one I'm going to do in the gold. So again, we're using a scrap. Let's find a place where a scrap will work. There we go. I'm going to do a couple of these like that. Let's clear all the little bits off. And on this one, on these tiny pieces, I'm using glue dots. So I'm just going to get hold of a glue dot here and pop it on the back, and then I want to do it like that, and then I'm just going to, with the back of my tool, is just going to cup it like that, and then I'm just going to pop another little glue dot on the back like this, and then just press it all down nice and firmly. Out of my scraps of gold, I used the large, the medium and the small to make some leaves. I've just cut them in half. That double one just cut in half to give me a smaller leaf. Again with the glue dots, and I'm just going to stick them to the back of the petals just so that they look natural. And I've also given them a little fold to again give them some life, if paper flowers have life, that is. But okay, so there's my flower. Doesn't look too pretty from the back, but nobody's going to look at the back, hopefully. So now I'll just bring in my wreath, and we're going to put some more glue on the back, and again I'm going to arrange it so that I haven't got too many of the gold leaves in one place, and that will come around there like that. I've got another little mini, tiny one, and we're going to pop it in like that, and then with my oh, it's got caught underneath. There we go. I think I've got adhesive on my nail there, that's why it's pulling out. And then finally my last little 1/8 inch. Just going to find a little place to stick it in there like that. And then, as I say, I got whiskers, and I know that they'll be annoying me until I can get them cleaned, but it's no good doing that while the glue's hot. I've got to wait for it to get cold. So there we are. There's the gold one. As I say, it's using vanilla cardstock with Sahara Sand ink, and then the silver one uses Whisper White with Smoky Slate. Well, I hope you've enjoyed this, and maybe you'll get an opportunity to make one for yourself. I appreciate you joining me today. All the products are available on my website, and I will put a link to that at the end of this video. You take care, and I look forward to seeing you next time. Bye for now.